I need you to slow down for a moment, not just for a few seconds, not just enough to hear these words, but long enough to actually feel them. Because what I'm about to say is something most people don't realize until much later, until everything has already changed. And then they look back and they ask themselves, when did this happen? When did I become this person? When did everything start to feel different? And the truth is, it didn't happen in one moment. It didn't happen in one decision. It didn't happen in one breakthrough. It happened slowly, quietly, almost invisibly. And that's exactly why you might not see it yet. But you feel it. You feel that something inside you is not the same anymore. And maybe you've been ignoring it. Maybe you've been questioning it. Maybe you've been telling yourself, no, I'm still the same. Nothing really changed. I'm still in the same place. But that's not true, because change doesn't start outside. It starts within. And when it starts within, it doesn't always announce itself. It doesn't show up with clarity. It doesn't come with confirmation. It just exists, quietly. And if you don't stop, if you don't slow down, if you don't pay attention, you miss it. You miss the moment where everything shifted because you were too focused on what didn't change, too focused on what's still missing, too focused on what hasn't happened yet. But in that process, you overlooked something powerful. You overlooked yourself. You overlooked your growth. You overlooked the version of you that you've become. Because if you really look, you are not the same. You don't react the same way anymore. Things that used to affect you deeply don't hit the same. Situations that used to overwhelm you don't control you the same way. People who used to have power over you don't affect you like before. And that didn't happen by accident. That happened because you changed. Because you went through things that forced you to grow. Moments that stretched you. Moments that tested you. Moments that made you question everything. And instead of breaking, you adapted. Even when it didn't feel like growth, it was. Even when it felt like confusion, it was transformation. Even when it felt like nothing was happening, everything was happening. Because growth doesn't always feel powerful. Sometimes it feels like silence. Sometimes it feels like distance. Sometimes it feels like nothing. But nothing is not nothing. It's just something you can't see yet. And right now, you are in that space. The space where everything is already different, but not fully visible. The space between who you were and who you're becoming. And that space can feel uncomfortable because it doesn't give you certainty. It doesn't give you clarity. It doesn't give you proof. It just gives you feeling. And that feeling is easy to doubt, easy to question, easy to ignore. But it's real because you are not the same. And the fact that you're even listening to this means you already feel it. You already know something shifted. You just haven't fully accepted it yet because part of you is still holding on to the old version of you, the one that reacted out of fear, the one that needed constant answers, the one that doubted every step, the one that felt lost. But that version is fading. And even if you try to go back, it won't feel the same because you've outgrown it. And growth like that changes everything. Even if your life still looks similar, even if your environment hasn't caught up yet, even if your results haven't fully shown up, because internal change always comes first. Always. And external change follows. Not instantly, not perfectly, but inevitably. And that's where most people quit. They change internally, but don't see results immediately, and they assume nothing is happening. So they go back to old habits, back to old thinking, back to old patterns. But you didn't go back. You stayed, even when it was uncomfortable, even when it was unclear, even when nothing made sense. You stayed. And that's why you're here. That's why you feel different. That's why something inside you feels unfamiliar, because you're not who you were, and you're not fully who you're becoming yet. You're in between, and that space is where everything is built. It's where identity shifts. It's where clarity forms. It's where strength is developed. And even where strength is developed, and even though it doesn't feel like progress, it is, because progress is not always visible. Sometimes it's internal. Sometimes it's silent. Sometimes it's just a decision to keep going, a decision to not quit, a decision to stay. And those decisions compound, they build, they shape you, until one day you wake up and realize, I'm not the same anymore. And that moment is powerful because it changes how you move, how you think, how you decide. Because now you're not operating from fear. You're not reacting impulsively. You're not chasing validation. You're moving with awareness, with intention, with control. And that changes your life, even if you don't see it yet, because everything you do now comes from a different place, a stronger place, a more grounded place, a more aligned place. And that alignment creates movement, real movement, not forced, not rushed, but natural. And that's what's happening right now. Something inside you is aligning. And because of that, your life is about to reflect it in ways you don't expect, in ways you can't predict yet, but in ways that will make sense. Because nothing you've been through was wasted. Every moment mattered. Every struggle mattered. Every time you didn't give up mattered. It all led to this version of you, to this moment, to this shift. And now you're ready. Even if you don't feel fully ready, even if you still have doubts, even if you still have questions, you are ready. Because readiness is not about certainty. It's about growth. And you've already grown more than you realize. So don't doubt it. Don't question it. Don't minimize it. Recognize it. Accept it. Trust it. Because this is where everything begins to change. Not when something happens outside, but when something changes inside. And that already happened. So let this be your prayer. God, help me see how much I've changed. Help me trust the growth that already happened inside me. Help me stop doubting what you've already done. And help me move forward with clarity, with peace, and with confidence. Because I know I'm not the same anymore. If you feel this, comment, I've changed, and subscribe for daily reflections.